Welcome to the Investing Podcast presented by Tusk Media. For a quick audio and video check-in on the stock market, here's the Stock Market Power Lunch.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Investing Podcast presented, as always, by Tusk Media and Narwhal Capital Management. Check us out on Twitter at Tusk Media LLC. Also, tweet at us or follow us on Facebook. We're going to tell you more about that in just a minute, but facebook.com/Tusk Media LLC. We'll hook you up with one of these bad boys. We will send you a free swag sticker. It's fantastic. I've got one on a Yeti cup. I've got one on this notepad. I've got one on my blender bottle. I've got one on my car. You can put it anywhere you want and really let Tusk Media define every aspect of your life, which is exactly what I think you should do. So do that. While you're doing that, go ahead and hit subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, wherever you're listening. Leave us a 5-star review. We will greatly appreciate that. Getting a lot of traction on Spreaker lately. We've got like hundreds of followers on there, which is kind of bizarre. But we're having a good time with this thing. We're going to keep on rolling with it. We're season 2, baby. If you go to our Facebook page, you can also check out some highlights from season 1 in photographic form. Think you'll love it. Let's jump right in. The market. Dow up. No, Dow is down. Faked you guys out there. Futures were up. Dow is actually down just a little bit, down 23 basis points, so almost 0.25%. S&P also down. NASDAQ also down. The S&P is down 30 basis points. NASDAQ down 49. Global Dow down just a little bit, down 16 basis points. Gold up about 1/3%. Gold is going for about $13.51 an ounce, $1,351 per ounce right now. Oil down about 1.5% today, trading around $42.11. Super choppy. Oil has been super choppy, so we'll keep watching that, keep monitoring that. It has seemed a little bit range bound as of late. Seems like it's really content to kind of hover between 41 and 43 bucks. It's kind of where we're hanging tight thus far today as well. A couple companies to highlight. Yelp. Big day for Yelp. Really strong earnings. The stock is up 15%. The real entertaining story there is when a company comes out and crushes earnings expectations like Yelp did, you'll usually see a bunch of analysts run off and scramble to try to adjust their price targets, things like that. So Merrill Lynch, one such company that came out and changed their ratings, they raised their price target for Yelp from $22 per share all the way up to $37 per share. So that seems like a huge move, but Yelp is actually trading north of $37 per share. So it was both a huge bullish sign by that analyst at Merrill Lynch, but also a bearish sign because $37 is below what stock is currently traded on. So if you believe that analyst, Yelp is already overvalued relative to that huge swing and adjustment that was made just today. So interesting little take there. Ralph Lauren was up, another interesting earnings story. We talked a lot about earnings, I guess it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, when we had a ton of huge companies reporting, and we talked about how expectations is the name of the game. And that's why you can have a company like Ralph Lauren, well-established clothing retailer, lose $22 million for a quarter. That's right, they lost $22 million, and the stock is up 10.8% today. Why is that? Because they lost less than people expected. So that's viewed as good news. And I guess it is, relative to expectation. Kohl's up 3.29% today. Hanesbrand up 3.6% today. So some good stuff on the retail side of things, which is probably welcome news. I think Hanesbrand is mainly up because I wear Hanes. Twitter also up, presumably because I use Twitter. Twitter stock is up a little bit more than 3%. So those are some of the winners for today. We'll maybe hit on some losers at the end of the day when we come back at you. But in the meantime, some announcements. The Investing Podcast Live. We are working hard on this. Austin is taking the lead. He's not going to be here tomorrow. His severance package will be completed today when he takes off. But tomorrow, the Investing Podcast Live, we're going to come at you around 4:15 or 4:20. If you want to see the links, there's 2 ways to do it because we're going to broadcast on 2 platforms, and Austin's got us all squared away on figuring out how to actually do this. So we're excited about it. As always, we do this every Thursday on Periscope, and you can find that link on Twitter. So go to twitter.com/Tusk Media LLC. That's where you can find us. Hit follow. You'll see a live link that comes up right when we go live. So at 4:15 or 4:20, whenever it may be, you can hit play and you can join us for that live broadcast. You can also join us on Facebook Live. So facebook.com/Tusk Media LLC. You can check that out. It'll show up the exact same way the Periscope feed does. We're trying to hit as many people as possible. Our Facebook following is basically non-existent, because we just started kind of working on that, but we think it's another way that we can bring more people into the fold. I think our live shows are the best ones we do, even when they're edited and cleaned up and produced as podcasts. There's good energy in the room. There's lots of people there, and we've been, kind of approaching 100 people joining us for those at some points, when you take the people watching it live as well as the people watching the video replays. So we're going to try to kind of continue to grow that, make that a staple of it. Obviously, every afternoon, now that we're in season 2, we have a guest come on and co-host it. We would like to kind of continue to do that, and if we start to get some good traction on Facebook Live and Periscope, we may actually start doing live broadcasts 2 or 3 times a week, but we need you guys to be here tomorrow for us to really drive it home. So Thursday, 4:15, 4:20, check out Tusk Media LLC, be it on Twitter or Facebook, and have some fun with us. We'll be back later on today. We're going to talk about some losers. We're going to maybe do a preview of the Olympics, talk about the market, see if we get back to neutral or positive territory, and we will hope for the best. Y'all have a great lunch. We will talk to you guys this afternoon. Have a good one.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.